Hello everybody, this is Elliot from ETJ English, and I don't know if you can see over there somewhere, that is my kitten, Kiki. She's not named after the Drake song, so please do not write the lyrics of the song in the comments. She's named after a very lovely Thai lady my girlfriend and I met while we were traveling in Thailand. We stayed in her hotel and she was very welcoming, and she's always been very close to our hearts. So we named our kitten after her. So there she is, Kiki. Anyway, today we have a bit of a different video. We're going to be answering some questions that you've asked me. They're not going to be about English, they're about me. The other thing I'll say is when I'm not in teacher mode, sometimes I can be a little bit too relaxed. I might get a bit rude. So I'll try and avoid using words like f*** or shit. So if you are sensitive to bad language, then maybe this video isn't for you. So the first question, Elliot, why are you so thin? Do you eat? Yes, I eat. I love food. I especially love meat. I'm sorry vegetarians, but I love meat. There's nothing better than a nice big juicy steak and chips. Lots of people in the UK would be offended if you asked them this question. Luckily you asked the right person. I know in some cultures it's very normal to ask someone if they're healthy, if they're okay, but if you ask someone about the way they look, it can sometimes be quite offensive. So just be careful with British people if you're asking a question like that. But yes, I eat. Don't worry, I'm healthy. It's in my family. We don't seem to put on any weight, no matter how much we eat. I guess I'm lucky. I don't know, am I? And Elliot, what's your favourite thing to do when you're not teaching in your spare time? I really love to go to gigs, which some people might call concerts. I love rock music. I love loads of different bands. I love finding new music. So yeah, one of my favourite things to do is to go and watch them play live and have a dance, have a sing, and a few beverages. As well as that, I also love to go and visit my parents. I have a very close family. We all love each other very much. We're very close. I don't live with my parents. I live with my girlfriend here, but I do go and visit them every few weeks and have a nice big meal. Yes, I eat. Another question is one that I'm answering mainly because of the way the question was asked. And the question was, how high are you? Big mistake. I know what you were trying to say. You were trying to say, how tall are you? What's your height? If you ask someone, how high are you? That kind of means how much weed have you smoked? But in terms of height, my measurements, I'm 5'10". A really good question here was, what's your best advice for someone who's traveling to the UK, things to do, places to go? There's really one answer to this, which I tell everyone, and this one answer is, don't just go to London. Yes, London is great, it's very busy, it's vibrant, it has lots of culture, it's beautiful. But there's a lot more to England, especially, not just the UK, but England alone. There are so many places to go. In the north, you have this great community, this very friendly spirit. I always recommend people go to visit Liverpool. It's a very beautiful city, and I love the culture there. In the south, if you go deep in the south, you have the coast, beautiful sea, and also in the south, my city, Bristol, is wonderful. Of course, I'm going to be a little bit biased about my city, but I think it's a great city. It's not all about buildings. Go and see some pigs and cows and get dirty. What were you like when you were a teenager? Love this question. I was a stereotypical emo. My favourite bands were My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco. I had a nice big fringe. I used to hang out with my emo friends and pretend I was sad all the time, but really I was actually quite happy, and I hated everyone. Yeah, just your average emo teenager. I guess I haven't changed that much. I still hate everyone. What's your favourite song, film, and book? Okay, my favourite song is anything that's been made by the Arctic Monkeys. Any song by the Arctic Monkeys is my favourite song. I'm also currently listening to another band called Don Broco at the moment, who are also from the UK. If you do like rock music, have a listen to T-Shirt Song by Don Broco. It always gets me in the mood. I don't know what for, but it just gets me in the mood for something. My favourite film is not British, it's called The Beach, and it's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. It's about a guy who travels to an unspoilt, majestic island in Thailand. And I can't even explain what happens. It's a very weird movie, but it's always been very close to me. And the reason why is because it's the movie that inspired me to go and travel the world. When I was about 19, I set off with my girlfriend to go and travel all over Southeast Asia. I met some amazing people. If you ever get the chance, just go and travel. Travel, I think, is the best way to learn. And I have that movie to thank for my inspiration to travel. Favorite book? It would have to be some kind of linguistics book because I don't like to read. I'm a pronunciation teacher. I say this to all of my students. I am much more of a talker than a reader or a writer. I don't teach grammar. I don't teach vocabulary. I am a pronunciation teacher. I like to talk. I don't really enjoy reading. And you'll find this, maybe you are more of a visual learner or a visual person, meaning you like to watch things. Whereas some people prefer to listen, some people prefer to read, some people prefer to do. And they have their own ways of enjoying or remembering things. For me, I have to be seeing or experiencing something to really learn. So I don't really have a favorite book unless it's something about phonetics. I'm such a boring guy. And another question I received was about my hair. Now I know that my fans have kind of split. Some people love my new hair, some people hate it. They want me to cut it short again. Personally, I am not here to impress you with my image. I'm here to teach you. Somebody did actually very nicely ask me, how do I get hair like you? And you know what? That made me smile because that means some people actually like the long hair. That's good. And my answer is don't cut it for a year. That's it. Just don't cut it. And then when it's long enough, tie it up and you can have one of these. And it's called a bun, not a ponytail. What techniques can you give us to improve our pronunciation? My best advice, number one, take your time. Take your time, please. If you rush, your pronunciation will get worse. You have to take things one step at a time. Number two is repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep saying the sounds that you find difficult. Keep training your muscles to naturally get in the position that they need to get into so that it becomes natural. And the other thing is immersion. You need to be using it constantly, talking to people, talking in this accent, trying to use it. Even if it's just one sound that you want to practice, try and include it in a conversation with someone and just see how it feels. And of course the other thing is go to etjenglish.com and buy my online course and maybe you can improve it a bit faster that way. You don't have to. And finally, a very nice question. What's your life goal? Now, I don't want to get too deep here, but my life goal really is to become a stripper. No, sorry, that just, I want to continue with this job. I want to keep growing this channel, keep meeting lovely, lovely students from all over the world. I've made some great friends who are taking my course, people who would welcome me, you know, in their country, and I would welcome them here. So meeting people through my job, that's one life goal, more people. My second goal is very, very simple. I just want a nice house, to get married, to have kids, and live the life. A long time ago, I went to Vietnam and I went to an orphanage where there were these kids staying there and they had no family. They lost their parents due to various different reasons, disease or the war and things like that. And I went there, I stayed with them for a little bit, gave them some food, taught them a few things, and I want to go back and do that for a bit longer. I feel like there's only one right thing to do, and that is, as well as enjoy yourself on holiday, go and help people who live in that country that you're a guest in, and give back to them. And you know, I think that was one of the best things I've ever done. It put a big smile on my face and I felt like I'd really helped in some way, even if it's a small change to someone's life. It was amazing. And I think if you ever get the chance to travel, make sure you go and visit a place where there's people who would be really happy just to see you, someone different from a different country. So yeah, that's it. I know it wasn't a lesson today. You probably didn't learn very much. I like to show you the real side of me so that we can be friends as well as learn. So I hope you did learn a little bit about myself here. I hope you had fun today. Please let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, or if you have any other video ideas that are different to pronunciation. And of course, if you want to join the online pronunciation course, the link's in the description box below. It's etjenglish.com. You'll then be able to start improving your pronunciation right now. And you can also talk to me with voice messaging on WhatsApp. So that's it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or whatever time it is for you. I will see you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.